Good morning. Welcome back to the Den of Iniquity. That is Ken Shavian BSing. Happy 2018 to all of my friends and subscribers out there. Today, we're finally getting back to work. It's January 2nd. Tomorrow morning, we get back to the gym. I didn't sleep worth a damn last night. I intended to go this morning, but I could not get to sleep, so I'd rather get that little bit of sleep so I don't crash on the road going to work. Now, first shave of 2018, we're going in with something software-wise. I mean, it's good soap. It's great soap. It's going to be Barrister & Man Reserve Spice. I couldn't figure out what to go, but it's cold here, so nice spice scent. Gives me a winter feel. Matching aftershave splash. Classy hardware today. My most expensive hardware. Fader. 2-band. Above the tie. Atlas handle R1 plate with a fresh Kai blade. Got it warming up, had the brush soaking. Let's get the water going. I'm already out of the shower, so I'm nice, clean out, hydrated, ready to go. Gimmick Infringement 101. Always steal from better YouTubers. Which means I should be stealing from just about everybody. Alright. Let's get that soap open. Brush is wet. I was actually pretty good on New Year's. I didn't eat a lot. I didn't drink too much actually either, so I tried to stay within a much better range of not overdoing it. So, for those of you who aren't friends of mine on Facebook, last year I weighed 260 at this time. Regretfully, I put a few pounds back on, but I'd set my 2017 goals. I had 4 goals. One was to reduce debt significantly. I failed to do that, but I'm doing it anyway at a slower rate than I hoped. But that's still on the boards. 2 was to lose 25 pounds by the Big Shave West. And then we'll go to the Big Shave West. And then also by the end of 2017, see a 1 at the beginning of the scale. Well, just to show you how when you're motivated you can do something, I went from 260 to 188. I went to 205 by the time of going to the Big Shave West by April 21st. That says something. That's 55 pounds in basically 3.5 months of consistent work and diet. It also means I was full of shit and I had a lot to lose. Anyway, so, and then I hit the 1 on the scale by the summertime. So this year's resolution is get that shit that you put on back off in these last 3 months. So tomorrow morning, hitting the gym. This is going to thin out again. I'm going to be back in my large t-shirts, looking good. Back to healthy, get that 1 back on the scale, and tackle that debt. New Year's resolutions can be done, kids. The trick is, once you achieve your goals, you gotta hit maintenance, and I thought I could hit legit maintenance, and then I just got sloppy and lazy, and it came back to one waist size came back, and those cool large t-shirts got a little tight. So I mean, it can be done easily. I'm sure I can take it off and maybe faster than the amount of time I put it on, because if I can lose 55 pounds in 3.5 months, I'm sure I can knock off 20-25 pounds pretty quickly with a proper diet and exercise. Cut way back on the adult pops again. because that's what I did last time. I cut way back on the beer too. Okay. 2 days growth. All right, let's get into it. This weather's messing with my skin, something fierce. Got a couple blemishes out here, a little stuff on my nose, 1 or 2 under my lip. Normally I take care of my skin really well, you know. Wash and moisturize and but yeah, it's coming back to kick my butt. Texas is cold. I mean, we're gonna be in the mid-30s today. Overnight we were in the mid to high 20s. Felt colder than that. New Year's Eve was chilly, but in my past life growing up here, I always felt January was colder than December anyway. Caught up on some shaving videos from a few friends. Streaming YouTube, watching it on my TV, which always makes it awkward. Next holiday we have Martin Luther King Day. Which I get that Monday off, and then I'm off that Friday. So it'll be another short work week for the kid. I love those weeks. I'll tell you something funny about personalities. I went to high school with a guy, and he's a year older. And he has a slight problem with, if you're friends with him on Facebook, anything you post, particularly if it's towards political, I have him blocked. Why? Because I'll explain why. he thinks he knows everything, and he feels the need to interject his opinion on other people's news feeds and stuff. And then he thinks if you don't say anything that agrees with him, then you obviously support what he considers wrong, and he's judgmental. Like, he makes me look like Mother Teresa, okay? I know I pop off and say dumb stuff all the time, but, you know. Well, less lately, but you see mostly the early stuff I've done. You know how stupid I can be. But, so I get invited to a New Year's Eve thing at the house of an old high school friend, a mutual friend. And I find out the first thing he wants to do, or he's worried about, is, oh, you know, he's concerned about my political leanings, and yes, they're a little more centered or right than they are left, but you know what? Most of the time, because first of all, it's kind of impolite to talk about politics, especially when you're trying to have a good time. And he's worried about everything but having a good time, from what I understand. He's even concerned that the friend I went with, my friend PJ, that he's like, because it was said to him, oh, she's bringing Ken, this idiot. And he goes, what, are they dating now? No, it's my friend. We're all friends from high school. It's a very weird behavior for him to be like, what is he? Well, it makes it sound like he's jealous. I don't get it. Anyway. And even though I don't care to be around the guy, the times I have been, I'm very cordial. I'm welcoming. Talk about anything but whatever. And he does. And in public, of course, it's one of those things where when you're in public, you know, when you're phoned by other people, you don't act like you do on social media. You know, I have a real problem with the internet tough guys out there. You know who you are. Want to be a keyboard warrior and stay behind, and you know, and I won't rehash all that. But anyway, I'm out on the patio with a couple folks and around a cigar and talking, and he's at the park. He's there. I come in the door. He's pretty close to the door. I mean, I say, hey man, shake his hand, offer him a beer. He looks at me like this. I'm coming in. He's like, and then I'm like greeting him, you know, like he's worried I'm going to come in and sucker punch him or something. What are you, a child? I don't hit people, first of all. Second of all, I have no reason to hit you. I just avoid you on social media. And if you act like an adult in my presence, you'll get treated respectfully like an adult. And I have no ill will against the guy. I just don't need him on the little part of my life called social media, because he just interjects 24/7, no matter, even when it's supposed to be something. He has an opinion on something. He has this, he has that. I mean, he doesn't have an off button. Plus, and I know either I can sound like a know-it-all, and I'm definitely not. I'm not any smarter than any other person. It's kind of like I know what I know, and that's it. You know, I'm not better than anyone else. I mean, I'm a nice average guy. I'd rather have a handshake and a smile than a confrontation. So, anyway. So, he loosened up pretty quickly, and we went about our evening. But there's a way to be graceful in the face of possible adversity, especially when it's petty stuff that, although we rarely have one nowadays, polite society is something that you know, you need to be concerned with. It's like, I knew it was coming. All I do is prepare in case he acted stupid. He didn't act stupid. I didn't need to do anything except be a nice, friendly guy. So if you have a behavior like his, maybe you need to look at yourself. And if you deal with people like that you're not normally around, but when you are, put on that positive, spirit. Reflect it in your behavior toward that person. 9 times out of 10, you'll disarm them, and you'll find that they're big talkers behind their phone, behind their keyboard, and they're not so bowed up and badass, when they're in front of people, especially in front of multiple people. I did a New Year's Eve shave. Using the Naked Armor straight. I basically did 2 with the grain passes. And then I did a against the grain with the Colonial Razors General Brass edition. Had no weepers or nicks. I was very happy with that shave. Finishing with the Colonial going against the grain just gave me just BBS. I did tag myself here, I guess, on the initial pass. So I got one down here. I got one on the chin. I'll tell you one thing. Normally with this R1, I need to use it more, I guess, because something about the angle, maybe the blade exposure, I don't nail when I use this. And I don't use it a lot. I should probably give her a bunch of my razors and stick to this and my one blade. And 1 or 2 others I'm in love with, like my MJ90. It's almost 640. I'll probably be a little late to work. Fortunately, I don't have to press any clothes or anything, so I'm almost done. You know what? And today, sorry, let's not chase the dragon today. Let's stop with this shave. Let's get the brush rinsing. It's a good shave, good start to the year. Duck out of the shot for a second. All right. Let's get out ye old alum block, do our post shave. So, if you follow Douglas Smythe on Facebook, and he does his live videos from his car, he is working on what will be, I guess, tentatively described as Big Shave East with the Florida Wet Shavers, South Florida Wet Shaving group. And pretty excited about that. Of course, no details yet. I mean, I'm sure he's, I mean, there will be more, obviously. You know, Douglas is omnipresent. With his social media. So more details to come for sure. Hopefully Tim and the gang in Florida will really give Douglas a helping hand, because last year, you know, he ended up almost being the one-man show trying to put it all together. Okay, obviously Thayer's original, astringent, so it was with alcohol. So I'm looking forward to that. Get to Florida. I'll probably go. I don't see why not. If I don't use points, I'll pay for my ticket, because flights to Florida can be pretty cheap depending on when you catch them. Okay, so we're going to let that soap dry out here. Alright. Let's go for the splash. Now, Will has changed the bottles. Bye-bye, lid. So they're now round, and I got to see the early bottles. Now you've seen them online, so it's not a secret. But he brought a few ones early to the 4th annual Northeast Wet Shaver meetup. And they're round now because you can print on them, but you can't print on a square bottle. So you're not going to have the wrapper and the rundown and all that. But I like this bottle, frankly. So I think it's a little more unique. But, you know, that's, you know, plus it's cheaper, he said, which is always good, where you can, when you're saving money, the bottles still look great. I just think this look gave it a little separation. But, you know, you don't pay for the packaging. Well, you sort of do, it's built the cost, but you don't buy stuff for the packaging, you buy for the quality of the product. I mean, God forbid if we bought everything for packaging and not the quality of the product, we'd all have MDC. Because from what I understand, they may have one of the best fougere scents ever, but you're going to pay $75 or whatever for a tub of that. And when there are, from what I understand, again, I've not used any MDC. Actually, I have a sample of the fougere from my friend Aaron Ramon. I still never used it. But I understand there are much better soaps out there than MDC, but it's a classy glass. Well, it used to be glass, now it's plastic, isn't it? But it used to be really classy, you know, looking presentation. Alright. Do the rest off camera, you know my routine. So thanks for watching. Have a great start to your 2018. I'm going to get back to the gym. You want to hold me accountable, you're welcome to. Accountability I need. I got my buddy Chris Maiden, David Munoz. I know you guys are in my corner as I'm in yours for whatever you need. Let's just hit 2018. I'm going to bring a much more positive one than even 2017. That was pretty good in 2017, you have to admit it. Once in a while I had to talk about something, but 2017 was a good year. Lost a lot of weight, looked good. Dating was pretty good. Still taking a break from dating because dating can be an annoyance, but we're in the start of 2018. Let's have a great one out there. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Welcome all my new subscribers. I know I've had a bunch lately. I'm very impressed that randomly I'm getting subscribers for whatever reason. Thank you. Hope you stick around. If not, I understand I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but have a great day. Have a great shave. Stay safe, drive safe. Watch out for your schools under your school buses if you do have active from the holiday now. And I will see you all in the next video. Cheers. Love you. The champ is here. Always here. Take care. Bye.